on Saturday.
I just want to know why these women think that their shit's so fucking great that they.
Well, it's because they've been
it.
empowered by simps. They're called simps, Al.
Simps.
Simp is like a male that will never touch that pussy ever.
Right, and he's on his computer,
and he loves her,
and he's just telling her how gorgeous.
Now we've all simped out, but luckily we were not from the internet era. When we grew up, you simped out for a girl that was hot. And you did things for her, and you carried her lunch tray. But you're never getting in on it.
Right.
But luckily for us, there was no document.
Such a good friend.
There was no documentation. There's no documentation of the simp that we did.
Right.
But these poor young guys, they're on like Instagram. Oh, baby, you look so great.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the worst is like, have like a chick.
Oh, do they? Okay, I was
Simps
wrong,
have a cause pussy inflation. Yeah, it's pussy inflation.
Yeah,
that's why a girl that's a 5 in looks thinks she needs an 8 man.
Hey man, I had to go through. I learned a lot of shit, man. I learned a lot of I had chicks that I was totally into, and then like all of a sudden, I'm doing all these cool things for them and being nice to them and driving them around. Next thing I know, I'm like, oh wait, she's fucking my friend.
Yeah, that's
what the hell is that?
Like I was talking about this with my Slack group. So like we all simped, all of us.
So
but back in the day, we don't have documented proof of it.
Prove that shit. You ain't gonna.
Yeah, because you know what proof you got? What I just told you.
I've never simped in my life because you don't have proof.
I've never simped.
Yeah.
What's the difference between a simp and a beta orbiter?
Well, they tend to be the same thing, but not necessarily. A guy that's like that can be kind of desirable, can be kind of alpha. He could be in the early stages of his life and simp out because he's, he doesn't realize where he's at.
Yeah.
But most simps are betas,
Jeff.
Yeah.
Like Jeff is a total simp.
Jeff is a simp.
I didn't say that. Morgan did. I quoted it.
Jeff is
Jeff,
and he did correct me.
Simp.
He did correct me. Morgan says no. Some of the girls have different tiers, so I was wrong. Like I said, I don't know. I've only read.
Right.
So here's the thing. Like, look, I
learn more when you get burnt.
I'm in no place to give anyone advice on dating, marriage, or anything. I have no right. But what I can tell you, because I'm a failure at everything. But what I can tell you is things that you think are a good sign or a bad sign. Like, oh, she talks about sex around me. Bad sign.
Yeah.
Because they're talking about sex with other dudes, not you.
Yes.
Yeah.
So like, oh, I'm sucking dick. You're a young guy. You're like, oh, cool. She's telling me about sucking dick. That means she'll suck mine. No.
She's going to, practice on me.
A girl that wants to suck your dick will just suck your dick.
Yep.
Yeah.
Period.
Oh, yeah. It's pretty much
because when you run into one that likes you, you're not doing the whole. Oh, what do you like? It just happens.
There used to be a guy on radio here. Well, he wasn't from here, but he was on radio here, from California. But remember we had an all talk show, radio station for a while.
Yeah.
And he some of his opinions were pretty radical and harsh, but one thing about women he
Tom
said
Likas?
Yes.
Yeah.
One thing he said about women was that they know in the first 5 minutes if they're going to bang you.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Flat out. And he's not wrong.
No, it's true. It's true because when a girl's really into you, which happens to me once a century, but when they are there's no work to it.
No.
There's no work to it.
And it's like
this whole thing, this courting process, this Western, my lady, come to me.
No,
dude,
because
no.
All right, when you say something that's kind of funny and she's laughing her ass off, you're getting laid. If you want to, flat out. If you've made that chick laugh and you haven't said anything that is that funny, it may comical but not really funny. And she's laughing. Yeah, you're in.
He's the king simp.
Morgan, you're being horrific right now.
I'm gonna read it. I'll read it. The girls Jeff liked and hung out with would walk around naked in front of him and bang guys in the other room and be loud to where he could hear it. He still didn't care. He was the king simp.
Damn, dude. Also,
Morgan says that he has only read about that OnlyFans stuff. Also, just like me.
Oh, I thought he was saying that there was because he said he had an OnlyFans, so I thought it was I have only read too. I thought there was like a site called Only Read.
No, he was saying because I read about it because I didn't know
like
much about it.
OnlyFans, Only Read. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, this
all they do is read to you.
Yeah, you don't get any visual. It's just I'll only read.
It's audio where they describe what they're doing. Oh, I'm touching my vagina.
Only read.
I might start that. That'd be something that somebody might. There might be.
What's reading? No one knows what reading is anymore.
The main thing for you young fellows to remember is if they really like you, it's not work.
No.
There's no work to it.
No.
You just exist.
So.
They like you, and you have ice cream, and then she blows you.
Yep.
That's how it goes.
Only ASMR.